It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
Hi guys, it's time to step in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Just Freak Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travis T.
And I am 100 Days of Chicagoland Champion of Rocket Pro Wrestling, Nubby, the Amazing Turtle.
And I am the reigning, defending, undisputed podcast Papa, Pacman, PX, whatever you want to call me. I'm good with it, but just don't call me late for dinner.
God, I hate you.
I think you're tolerating me at this point, to be honest.
Fucking hate. Alright, there's too much to fucking talk about. Bitch at you today. I'm going through some shit, so just want the air conditioner back. Hell's bells. Okay. We do have a lot to cover, actually, because I do want to kind of talk about a couple of things outside of the normal results and match cards and stuff that happened over the weekend. Before we dive into anything, let's sure to get this out of the way. CarterComics.com, one-stop shop, all comic needs, graded or raw. Carter Comics got them all. Discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET, 10%. Entire purchase, website, and their Fortis eBay accounts. Links to all of them is on their website. Pacman, you went to some hot sauce thing. Talk to me about that for a bit, because I don't want to talk.
So, I was at the Hot Sauce Expo with the lovely intoxicated men yesterday. There was hot sauce. There was hot matches. We discovered that we have a new legend within the LIM, and that is Slick Nick. That's a name you're going to want to remember. The man who stayed on stage when so many others left to eat the hottest pizza known to humankind. Nubby, I saw your face there. Yes, he did eat some pizza. And then drove
the hottest pizza?
The hottest pizza. And we ain't talking coming right out of the oven either.
Huh. So there's hot sauce on that pizza?
There was a lot of hot sauce. There were Reaper peppers. Every hot condiment known to man. And the brother stuck with it the entire time. Well, and there was also matches, lots of local guys at the show, lots of Rocket Pro folks on the card. Gunner Brave was wrestling, had a couple matches. Sabotage was there, saw a couple V. Ryan Matthews matches, and we saw Shaq Jordan. It was a great time. Tony Gabagool is a madman. That's all I'm going to say about that. The LIM champion is also a madman. That's all I'm going to say about that. But great time had by all.
I like how you talk about somebody's a legend. I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about.
It's the man, the myth, the legend that is Slick Nick.
Is that the irrelevant one? That's the one that doesn't do anything.
No. Now he has a new role. He is the head of security for the LIM beer drinking champion Danny. More information to come this week in the.
So he's not tricky anymore?
No longer tricky. He's slicky.
Interesting.
I don't know what my brother did to change that guy, but it was a completely different Nick than what I've known.
Fucking bodyguard. I'd rather have fucking Ralphus.
I'm just going to say, that dude killed it in that pizza eating contest. And then after that did a 3-mile
Did he win?
hour drive.
Did he win?
He drove 3 hours after eating all that.
Did he win?
He didn't necessarily win, but he stayed on stage when so many others tapped out before him.
But did he win?
He did not win, but
So
he stayed on stage the whole
that.
time. The whole time, wearing the LIM title around his waist.
But he lost.
He didn't win, but he won.
Yeah, he didn't win.
He had the LIM title around his waist. He didn't lose it. It was a non-title defense. Even though Danny's the champ, he let him borrow it.
He lost. The legendary man of the LIM lost.
Hey, Mick Foley lost in Hell in a Cell, but we're still talking about him falling off the cage. Stone Cold Steve Austin lost to Bret Hart, and he's always known as the greatest of all time.
Well, that's because they're both Hall of Famers. And they've won shit. And people know who they are.
Right, but I kind of see the point here. Because when we talk about Austin and Bret Hart at WrestleMania in Chicago, what do we talk about most? Bret Hart winning, or do we talk about Austin bleeding out, being tough, and passing out? I mean, who talks about Bret Hart in a positive way anymore anyway?
Just so we're clear, you Nubby, want to compare that to a nobody participating in a pizza eating contest.
I mean, he lost.
That's at the same level.
He didn't quit either, like Stone Cold.
Being thrown off Hell in a Cell is at the same level as somebody that nobody knows exists attempting to win and failing at a pizza contest.
But he stayed on stage.
He stayed on stage.
So he
couldn't handle it. But Tricky Nicky.
So he got second place.
He stayed on stage. He was tough as fuck.
But you're saying that he stayed on stage, even though he didn't win, he stayed on stage, so he was second. Everyone else left but him and the winner.
Even the winner? Wait, the winner left too?
Well, eventually they all had to leave because the fair closed. So
yeah. So how many people started out in this competition?
There were, I think, 8 or 10 in the competition.
And how many were left?
I think 3 or 4, if I'm remembering right.
So half.
Tricky Nicky.
So he survived half.
I mean, it was the hottest pizza.
Half.
All I'm going to say is me and Gabagool got you down next year.
Half.
So you tell me. You tell me next year.
He beat out half of the people.
50% is 50%, man.
Exactly.
What happened to the winner? What happened? He threw up behind the stage while our guy, Tricky Nicky, Slicky Nicky, walked around that fest not even batting an eye. And then he drove 3 hours to Michigan. Okay, so he lost the battle but won the war.
No, because he didn't eat as much as the winner did. That's why he lost.
Well.
I mean, come on now.
I don't know.
You want to get mad? You want to talk about the winner throwing up afterwards? It's because he won because he ate, was it the most or the fastest?
It was the person who ate either the most pizza or could finish all 8 slices, and it was like a 12-inch pizza. Huge pizza. And, okay, so the Nicky, did he finish the whole pizza? I think he was, well, actually, I don't know how many slices. I think he probably had 3 slices to go. Yes or no? So he ate just a little bit over half that pizza. He did? But the winner ate the whole thing. He didn't eat the whole thing. One of 3 times that ever happened in the history of that fest. Okay, what was the time? What was the time to do it in? 10 minutes. That's it? I can do that. All right, next year. I can fucking do that.
It depends on what's on it, though. Because I don't like a lot of the shit that goes on a pizza. So
here's the one thing I'll tell you. And yes, I'll do it next year. I'm going to tell you right now. When I win it, you guys are going to buy all my fucking drinks. Because I will suffer through finishing that whole entire fucking pizza. I will suffer through eating the entire fucking thing. But I'm going to be thirsty. I'm going to want something to fucking counterbalance that. And you guys are going to have that shit ready for me. I will go through that pain. But I won't do it alone.
Okay, so if you tap out or you can't finish, what do we get? Do you pay for all our drinks? Round on Travis?
That? You're the guys that want me to do this. I didn't volunteer to do it. So why would I give you anything?
Your Facebook comment says otherwise, my friend.
What did it say?
It said, hold on, let me find that post from Gabagool.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Because it sounds like I was invited and I agreed to.
All right.
Go keep looking it up.
Trying to fill the dead air so I can find this thing. Oh, here it is. Where you at, bro? Travis T. From Tony Gabagool. Appreciate the invite, brother. I said You missed Benny Bogus. I've seen enough Benny Bogus for one lifetime. Next year I'm getting you in the Carolina Reaper Pizza Challenge. Better keep your word, brother. No, we're entering you in it, bro. That was for me. He said next year, sure. And Gabagool wraps it up by saying, you won't regret it.
See? It wasn't my idea. It was your guys' idea.
Putting you in it.
I don't get
puts you in it.
I don't get why you want to put me in it when you got a fucking legend who finished 4th that could easily maybe fucking finish half of it and, you know.
Everybody else struggled, but Tricky Nicky felt no pain.
Well, he didn't win and didn't finish it.
He still didn't feel pain.
You don't know that.
Legend in the making.
If he felt no pain, why didn't he finish the pizza?
Well, if he didn't, well, here's the thing.
It's 10 minutes. Are you telling me you can't eat 12 slices of pizza in 10 minutes?
Oh, I couldn't do that. I'm lactose intolerant.
Nubby, could you eat 12 slices of pizza in 10 minutes?
I could, actually.
Okay. So why couldn't Tricky Nicky eat 12 slices of pizza in 10 minutes?
Well,
If he felt no pain, then clearly the spices weren't bothering him one bit.
Well, here's the thing. If he felt pain, he didn't tell any of us.
What else was on that pizza?
So all I know is that there was Reapers and hot sauce.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Ghost Pepper, Carolina Reaper, you know, the Trinidad Scorpion, the big 3 probably.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it was just cheese. It wasn't like, you know, maybe it could have been pepperoni, maybe. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was just cheese.
But
I am a 3-time PSO and Car Cruise pizza eating champion, so. Yeah. So that was the thing.
Are we going to see a one-time Hot Sauce Expo Pizza Eating Champion in 2024?
I will find out. If find out, it's a possibility. I mean, who knows? I think I can get through it. I don't know. I mean, I haven't done well with hot sauce shit in a long time. You know, as I got older, my tolerance has been a little bit shitty, but I could probably get through it. I'll probably throw up too. Like, I'll shit you not. That's a lot of fucking heat to put into someone's fucking body. But I could probably fucking do it. But I mean, I've done the Blazing Challenge. I've done that. I've beaten that. I ate a 5-pound burger challenge. I've done that. I ate a 4-pound burger challenge. I've done that too. So I mean, yeah, we'll see what 2024 is like. I mean, it was cool because they had like a lot of different eating challenges: hot dogs and wings and tacos. The taco one I'd probably fucking crush because God, who doesn't love tacos?
Joey Blues and No Coast tried the wing eating challenge.
Wings would probably be like my favorite. Hot dogs I probably wouldn't want to because there's so much bread.
Danny did the hot sauce eating challenge, the hot dog eating challenge last year, and he was gonna go the next day. He's like, "Man, I shouldn't have done that." I'm like, "Well, you wanted to do it, so you dug your own grave. Now you gotta lay in it, brother."
Oh yeah, no, I will do it. Here's the thing too, because I have an idea of what will happen. Like I will do it, and as soon as I'm done, I'm leaving. I'm going to come home and lay in my tub for the next about 36 hours. Because I don't know what or when things are going to start coming out of me. But I want to be able to clean up when I'm done.
So if you leave, how are we going to buy you drinks?
Just give me enough to get me to my car.
Got you.
Yeah. Those peppers are no fucking joke.
Mm-hmm.
No fucking joke. Cool. Yeah, no, I totally forgot about the Hot Sauce Expo because that's something I definitely did want to do. I wasn't available to do that this year, but I've heard it's been a really cool thing to experience, especially with the wrestling they incorporated and everything like that. And yeah. Anything else before we dive into results and match cards and shit?
Nothing right now for me, just that.
Nothing.
Yeah, man.
Cool. All right, let's talk about Chicago style wrestling.
Yeah, let's do that because I like that. I like that stuff.
What do we have? We have that and Crash Tested, right?
Yep, and then IPW for next week, and then
And
whatever.
Match cards. Yeah, match cards.
Yeah,
we only got 2 match cards.
2 match cards.
Yeah,
I believe, yeah.
Cool.
I had nothing else for it. So, yeah. Yeah, because no other shows matter to me. So.
Fuck them.
Fuck.
Treated.
Oh God.
All right. So CSW had a show this past Friday called In the Heat of the Night. It was not live, unfortunately, on IWTV due to an issue beyond their control. But it will be on IWTV once everything is edited and sent to them. So keep a lookout on IWTV for In the Heat of the Night. All right. So the show started off, obviously, with 2 pre-show matches. There was a 6-man tag. Do not remember who was that match. And then there was a Futures Battle Royal, and the winner of that was Gonzo. After a hellacious drop kick from the top rope to the guy, and he landed outside. Mind you, he also had a bum knee. Hurt his knee during the Battle Royal somehow. All right, so the main show started out with...
Someone hurt their knee in the Battle Royal?
Yeah.
Did they also sue Steve and CSW?
No, because Gonzo is not a bitch.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Although in other companies he is part of Alpha Zeta Zeta. So he might partially be a bitch. But hey, that's another story for another time. So the show started out, Mr. General Manager at the time, Steve Arndt, Main Event Steve, Power Hour Steve, Fish Sticks Mania, Running Wild, came out and, say hello to the fans and then introduces former CSW Heavyweight Champion Axel Rico. Came out and talked about his injury that he sustained a couple months ago. He doesn't know when he'll be back, but when he does, his first match will be at Chicago Style Wrestling. He was interrupted by Conan Lycan and the Hate Keepers, because, Conan Lycan and his ego, he's got a, gloat, rub it in Axel's face that he's got the belt. But I think he had a little bit of remorse, because when the rest of the Hate Keepers wanted to beat down Axel Rico, Conan Lycan said, no, don't do it. And then they were, Axel was Rico. Axel was saved by Cody James, Moondog Murray, and Adam Stallion, which were going up against the Hate Keepers in a 6-man tag in the show, and GM Steve says, let's start this match now. So the 6-man tag officially starts, and Adam Stallion, Moondog Murray, and Cody James pick up the victory over the Hate Keepers.
Nice.
It was a pretty nice matchup. I was the referee for that, and yeah. One of my best efforts.
Best efforts.
For the Metro Division title, it was Iniestra defeating Joey Mayberry. Now, Joey Mayberry almost had it. He did his, I don't know the name of the finish, so we'll just call it the finish. Did his finishing and almost had it. But just a little off. Just a little off. And in the Astra got the win.
Mm-hmm.
But he was close. He was pretty close. I think nobody should ever be kicking out of Joey Mayberry's move anyway. Marche Rocket defeated J.J. Garrett. Now, during the match, J.J. Garrett pulled a swerve, if you will. He buckled his knee, and it looked like he couldn't continue the matchup. Referee Kevin Woods signaled to the rest of us to come out and check on him, and J.J. kept saying he can't do it, or he was trying to, but he wasn't able to stand. And then he eventually said, all right, let's just go. And then as we were about to leave, Marche Rocket was talking with Kevin Woods, and all of a sudden J.J. Garrett attacks Marche like, oh, I tricked you. That's... Man, I'm never feeling bad for anybody again.
Right. Well, yeah, especially for people like that, man.
Yeah.
Shady fucking people.
Yeah. I hate shady people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just stand there and do nothing and just be all shady and shit.
Yeah, very shady.
I see what you did there.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Our Big Mood defended their tag team titles against Joey Avalon and Sierra and picked up the win. During the match, you might find this a little odd, Travis, but Mateo Valentine and Avalon shared a kiss.
Who?
Mateo Valentine and Joey Avalon shared a kiss.
Ooh. Was it embracing?
It was very shocking.
Does that mean Sierra's available?
Well, I'm going to get to that because it may be a thing.
It may be.
Hold that thought. So, Mateo Valentine actually kissed Avalon first.
Mm.
And then, I guess maybe Avalon just liked it. Or maybe he had something in mind because he did lay a kiss on Mateo, and it was one of those things where some people may actually get off on it, if you will.
What the hell's going on at CSW, bro?
I don't know, but here's what happened.
Okay.
When Mateo Valentine was, I guess, in the zone, if you will, after the kiss, it allowed Sierra to attack him from behind. So it was a ruse.
Ooh, that's a good distraction.
It was.
It's kind of like Beth Phoenix with the Great Khali at the Royal Rumble.
Right. It was definitely like that.
Oh.
Although Mateo did enjoy the kiss.
Right.
I mean, it is Joey Avalon.
I mean, who wouldn't? Come on now, I'd enjoy a kiss from Joey Avalon, for God's sake. Look at the man. Huh.
He's a big, beefy man.
Huh. He looks cuddly. He doesn't listen to the show, so it's okay. I can say
we're good.
That.
We're good.
Yeah, you can fuck yourself for that, by the way.
Yeah. But hey, good shit. Good shit.
I got to say that to 3 people this past weekend. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, that was awesome.
Oh wow. I think I said it to somebody. I'll remember when I get to it.
Fuck yeah.
But during for the ending, Big Mood was about to do their finisher on Sierra.
Hold on. Hey, Pacman.
Hey, Travis T.
Why didn't you wear your JFW shirt to the fucking Hot Sauce Festival?
You know what? I could have done that, couldn't I?
Heck yes. Go ahead, Nubby.
Fucking A. And you called me out. And you called me out for not talking about the JFW on a podcast.
I was still waiting for you to ask Sky Blue if she fucking listens to the JFW podcast.
Yeah, that'll probably never happen.
Is it weird, side note though, is it weird that there's a lot of memes out there of her fucking ass from AEW?
Alright, I'm gonna be honest here. So, she is a good looking girl. Okay?
She's very attractive, but it's just like, it's in a weird amount of fucking like memes and comments and stuff. And it's, first off, it's weird that we never talked about this because it's been happening for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like you get like the comments like, oh, you know, let's give it to the camera guy who's doing like, you know, the real work and shit. And it's like, you know, like it's like either her ass or her, you know, it's just her other shit. But how? I mean, I guess my big question is like, it's just weird because she's a Chicago person, and I know she's not the only one that has those kind of like slip up moments. But what the fuck, man? It's like,
I feel people talk about, okay, it may get a little political, maybe. I hope not. It may. But
hold on, Pacman, you fine with where this is going?
Hey, I'm a political science major, so I'll spare game.
I'm not sure it will, but we'll see.
So we can make it go there.
People talk about, you know, the past and how people used to be, or what was acceptable. You know, the shit we would say to women. You know, take pictures of women and, you know, post it, whatever. If social media was around way back then. But it's weird how now this shit is still, like, they get shit for it, but people are not coming at them for it. Like, not going after them to take the shit down or whatever.
Yeah.
But if this shit was, I don't know. It's hard to explain, really. I'm trying to go here, but I don't know. So we used to say dumb shit back in the day, right?
I mean, I still do.
Well, I mean,
come on.
So there were slurs that.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There were 4 of them I wanted to say in this episode alone about Pacman, and I didn't. So I'm a good person for that.
So,
buddy.
I saw a picture of you at the Hot Sauce Festival in sandals, and I withheld every word I had in mind for you.
Look, I'm a guy that wears my sandals with pride. Sometimes I'll pair them with a nice pair of
That's right.
jorts.
Pride is right, buddy.
With a nice pair of jorts. Man, it's just a regular day for me. That's my style.
I can just admire you, you know, getting ready for that stepdad life. Knowing that you'll never have the opportunity to be a father in any sorts.
Well, I appreciate that, Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers?
Oh, isn't she like the fashion police at the Oscars you used to be?
I don't fucking know. I don't watch fashion shows.
Oh, I don't watch them either. I just, figured I'd ask.
I know she was a comedian.
She was a comedian.
Yeah, and she was a host of some shit. Maybe it was the red carpet. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
But hey, if that's what she did, salad burn, bro. I'll give you that.
I appreciate that.
But no, it's just weird because, like, okay, so, like, I while you were talking, I sat here and I searched Sky Blue on Facebook. And I shit you not, half of them are either pictures of her ass, videos of camera angles of her ass, or videos of her just bouncing around. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like, I got no problem with the way women fucking dress when they wrestle. I like looking just like most guys do. Nothing wrong with that. Keep your hands to yourself. You're fine.
Right. Exactly.
But for the love of fucking God, like, everything has to be like, oh, her pants are riding up her ass. Come on now. It's like, is that really, first off, how are the angles of the camera always in perfect view of that? Because I don't know if you guys could see this, but if I was shooting this at like Elite Pro, I'd want to get on the other side and get the facial expressions of the person. And I think if I look right, I believe there is a camera on the other, maybe not, but I think there was a camera at one point on the other side over there that they could have cut to. I honestly believe, and this is just me, and AEW could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're doing that shit on purpose.
I believe they are. I think they're trying to see. Again, this is about competition. They're trying to push that envelope that WWE was been trying to cut back on over the last 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
Because of all the shit they've been getting. Whatever. I mean, I don't know if they're trying too hard, but it's just weird how, like, on today's world, where things are not supposed to be acceptable, are being accepted right now. But they would give us shit for the shit we used to say and do back in the day. Now, granted, I have calmed my ass down about how I act, about women and whatnot. I said some shit, whatever, perverted, old me. Let's say so my early 20s, if Sky Blue was around then in my early 20s, I'd be, I'll admit it, if I was single, and then I'd be trying to, get with her because she's gorgeous. But as I'm older and I'm thinking about it, I don't know how I feel about these people posting pictures of her ass like that. I don't know, maybe it's because maybe I'm just too close to her in this business.
That I can believe. When you work with somebody and they kind of sexualize them, it is kind of it's a weird feeling because it's like, what's the best way to explain this? There's really no way of explaining it without being weird. Some of my cousin's friends that I've met, they're models or whatever the fuck they do, whatever like that. Like, after meeting them, after getting to know them, and, like, them, like, popping up on, like, Instagram or TikTok and shit like that, it's just weird looking at them because you know who they are. And regardless if, like, the modeling is supposed to sexualize them in general, it's just still weird to fucking look at. It's just like, I can't look at, their names could be fucking, they could have, gimmick names just like wrestlers and shit. And, like, people are like, man, look at this fucking photo. I'm like, I can't. I fucking know that person. Like, it's just a weird fucking feeling. But, like, it's like everyone has these fucking wrestling groups on Facebook. They're supposed to talk about wrestling. And 70% of the shit is just about how hot this person looks in this fucking outfit. And it's usually a fucking woman. Sasha Banks, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, Toni Storm, Paige, Sky Blue, Chelsea Green, Britt Baker, Mandy Rose. Who's that fucking NXT girl? Nikita Lyons. It's like completely sexualized. And don't get me wrong, I like looking at cute girls. I'm human. I'm straight. That's just who I am. I don't apologize for that. But it doesn't have to be every single fucking thing I've left a lot of wrestling group chat, a lot of wrestling groups and pages because of that shit. It's like, I don't need to sit there and scroll through fucking like, oh, look at Alexa Bliss's ass from 2015. It's like, I don't give a shit, oh, look at how Nikki Bella used to look. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, why are we so first of all talking about them? Mm-hmm. And secondly, like, they were actually wrestlers. They're actually competitors in the business. They're a lot more than their fucking, bunched up fucking tights and their ass crack.
It's just weird. Like, I think they're still living into the old days or the Attitude Era where women they didn't need the talent. They just had the boobs, The
brawl packing matches, paddle on a pole match. Yeah.
I mean, we enjoyed those back then, but But it's like now we care about the wrestling. And I'm going to say this out loud. I will. Sky Blue, even if I, didn't know her the way I do, she has so much fucking talent, and it's not just her assets. She is great in the ring. Some people might disagree. Well, they don't know shit. But she is actually good at what she does. Again, she was... I wouldn't say held hostage, but she was, when she first started out, she was with a company, a school that wouldn't let her branch out. Once she branched out, she branched the fuck out in a short amount of time. So, she's good at what she does. She's in AEW for a reason, and it's not because of her ass.
Yeah, and she's on, like, the main shows and shit, which says a lot. So, I just want to mention it because, like I said, I mean, like, it's something that I've always thought, like, I want to talk about this, but every time we start the show, we just get involved in so much, I completely space on it. But, I was just like, it's just so fucking weird. Like, so those of you out there listening and everything, like, if you have the admiration to fucking, like, just stare at the asses of the women's wrestlers through the matches, hey, good for you. Just quit posting on fucking social media.
Yeah.
Like, they do that. Yeah, they do that shit themselves on their own fucking Instagrams and stuff when they're enjoying their time out and everything. Let them sexualize themselves. You don't need to fucking do it.
Right.
No, they want
Insane.
they want the respect of their wrestling abilities, and you kind of, negate all that by just posting like, look at Sky Blue, check out this angle, way to go camera guy. It's like, don't be a dick.
Oh, also, and I will, and I'm sticking up for all these women. Though the women that, if you follow them on either their OnlyFans or their Patreon, seriously, stop taking their pictures off their sites and sharing them.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to do that either.
You're not supposed to do that, and how some of you are getting away with it is beyond me, and you deserve your faces punched so bad.
Yeah,
that's just wrong. That's just
big
wrong, man.
No. Yeah, don't be doing shit like that, guys. It's fucked up. Anyways, let's go back to the match card, man. So Avalon won his match.
No, they lost the match.
Wait, how did the ending happen then?
I'm about to get to that.
Okay.
See, this is what happened. We talked about Mateo Valentine kissing, and we all get thrown off the tangent here.
That's true. Well, yeah, fucking Avalon.
So, Big Mood was about to put Sierra in their finisher, but Avalon stopped it, but somehow, I don't know, something happened to where he had Sierra in a tombstone position. I don't know, bad communication between the two, only to have, I think it was Jack Moody kicking, Avalon, and Avalon tombstone Sierra. And that allowed, Big Mood to take advantage of the situation, pin Sierra, and won the match. However, after the match, Sierra gets on the mic, yelling, screaming at Avalon, saying that it's his fault that they lost and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then Sierra goes, what should I do about this? What do you think I should do? And then Avalon grabbed the mic and said, I think we need to be on a break.
Yeah, I've watched Friends long enough to know what that means.
See, I was thinking the same thing, and when that happened,
we were on a break. Were they on a break, Pacman?
I got a piece of that Kit Kat bar. I'll tell you that much.
I forgot how young this kid is. You've probably never seen Friends.
I knew the reference, but I like Kit Kat bars.
He likes going the other direction.
Exactly.
He saw the candy, so.
Candy bar.
He saw that Sierra was available, so he went and got Kit Kat instead.
That's true. Well, he does have a quote-unquote girlfriend, so. Him and JJ, fucking weirdos with their man.
Well, actually, Pacman acknowledges they has a girlfriend. JJ hasn't yet.
Pacman doesn't have a girlfriend.
Oh, I don't have a girlfriend. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, he doesn't have a girlfriend.
Come on, Rosie Palmer. That's
who it is. Yeah. No, actually, her name is Jill. Jill.
Okay.
Moving
along.
Hold on a second. I don't know what that fucking means. That must be a young guy's thing. What is
I'll
that?
explain when you're older, Travis.
Perfect. I've never heard that one before.
All right. So, next match, Hades X1X defeated Marco Anthony, Solomon Tupu, and Rafael Quintero. It was supposed to be a triple threat with Hades, Solomon, and Cypher, but Cypher could not make it. He might still be feeling the burnt effects from Northland.
Ooh.
Well, we don't know. But hey, yeah, Hades X1X won the match. Alright, then Shelly the Bombshell defeated Heather Reckless, Maggie Lee, Amina Belmont, and Lily La Pascadita. After the match, I believe it was Heather and the Belmont attacked Shelly and the rest of the girls, and to start beating them down, only to be saved. And I am excited for this one.
So I Urban Dictionary Jill, and I don't think this is what it is. I mean, it says smart, sassy, independent woman, but I know Pacman can never get a woman like that.
Yeah,
No.
trying no luck so far.
No, if it said, not real, I'd believe that.
Oh, well, me and Jill, we're happy for the rest of our days.
Perfect. Sorry, Nubby, go ahead.
Shelly and the others got saved by the returning Missa Kate, CSW original. Before there was Sky Blue, there was Missa Kate. Missa Kate has not been in CSW since January of 2020.
Show up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl. You can't
Again,
even be bothered to show up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
Your ringtone's going off. I think you should take that call.
No, I'm okay.
Okay, all right.
Who was before Evil Sierra, Nubby?
You mean before Sky Blue?
Sky Blue, my bad, yeah.
It was Missa Kate.
Missa Kate. I don't know if I ever heard that one before, heard that name before.
Oh, look her up.
Is it Kate?
Kate, yes.
Okay.
Missa.
Missa?
Yes.
There is a lot of Missa Kates.
Well, there's a wrestler. She
she
is currently in NWA.
I think I found her. Pro wrestler known as Chicago Sweetheart, trained by Steve Boz at CSW, and Jesus Bryce.
Bryce Benjamin?
I don't know, it just says Jesus, but I'm guessing maybe it's Jesus. If I'm being offensive, please let me know.
No, it was actually Jesus Bryce.
Jesus Bryce? Okay.
Yeah. So, Missa Kate made her return since her last show there was 2020.
By me. What the fuck? Well, a picture of me.
So that's it. We'll see what happens in the future with Missa Kate. Maybe she's coming back to get her championship.
Does she not wrestle at CSW?
No, she I won't mention backstage stuff, but when she lost the championship early 2020, and she just hasn't been back since. And she never got her official rematch, so maybe she's coming to get it now.
Oh, shout out to C Red, by the way, being on NWA.
Yeah, I said that last week.
Oh yeah,
was that last week?
Yeah, I said that last week, but we
said about last week, right? What did the thing air last Wednesday?
Tuesday.
It aired on Tuesday, but we all.
Well, yeah. So officially, congratulations to C Red because it actually was aired.
So we sandwiched it. I said it last week. You say it this week. Okay.
Yeah. Mine was post-congratulatory, where yours was pre-congratulatory.
So there we go. Then there's no middle.
That's right.
So there's no meat in between the bread.
No. This is a vegan sandwich.
All right. Okay. I forgot. I put a star next to this to talk about it first, but there I go, fucking it up again. Fucked up the spot, Nubby. God damn it. Before the women's match started, Chris Miller came out and, ran his mouth as usual, only to have all the women kick him in the nuts. So he got beat by all the women and his nuts were shattered. But that's what he gets. Trying to be a dick.
Hey,
all right. TJ Steele defeated Steve Boz.
Yeah.
Special guest referee was Steve. Steve tried. He really tried to be biased. I tried to tell him not to do that, but there were a lot of slow counts. Now they say I have slow counts. He must have went to my school for slow counting and succeeded and beyond because they were slower than mine, but only for TJ.
What does that mean for Steve?
So, what that means for Steve is he is no longer GM for CSW. And TJ Steele is now the general manager.
Oh, God. I got a joke, but I'm going to save it till after the CTW results.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a fucking funny one.
Steve, brace yourself.
Yeah, God. Oh, God. I've been thinking about this bitch for all fucking day. It's like, God, I can't wait to fucking say it. And I was going to say it at the very beginning, but I'm going to wait until we hear the results of CTW, and then I'm going to make the greatest fucking joke in the world. Oh, I'm also going to play his exclusive for JFW, by the way. So I'm also going to play that, but after CTW.
Shout out to me for making that.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. Hey, you know what? Thank you for taking it upon yourself to do that. Because for all you, I didn't ask Nubby to do that. He did it himself because that's the kind of guy he is.
It's so what a journalists do. They get exclusives.
Exactly. Right? So thank you for thinking about the podcast when you don't need to, but it's still in the back of your mind. Unlike Pacman at the fucking Hot Sauce fucking expo.
I was thinking of JFW while I was at the Hot Sauce Expo.
How many times did you mention it while you were there?
I mentioned it several.
To who?
Numerous times to people.
I'll ask Gabagool. He won't lie to me.
He's not going to lie to you. He'll tell you the truth.
Now keep in mind there were shenanigans, obviously.
Love me some shenanigans.
Yeah, but Steve was the fucking ref, and he's still...
Yeah, he allowed himself to get distracted by Schultz and to let Anestra, do things to Boz and everything and all that stuff. So, yeah. Now, before Steve attacks me, I had no control over what happened. Me and the other refs had to stay away from it. Otherwise, maybe we could have done something. But we at the CSW board director said the decision is final.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what it is. So don't attack me, Steve. Maybe you should have had something in place when you were the GM for the show. But that's okay. Big Capri and Mario Pardua defeated Team Sexy, Jax Johnson and Ryan Matthews. After the match, Hades X1X comes out, attacks Mario with a chair, and then attacks Capri, continues to beat Capri down. It was then Hades sets the chair up to sit in it, takes off his own mask. It is revealed that we all known it was Jason Hades all along, but Hades, I guess I should say it was Jason Hades now, talking to Capri, talking about the past and everything, and so when Hades was about to injure Capri's leg even more with chairs, Shelley came out and made the save. And Hades walked away. So major developments happening. Now, does this mean Hades X1X is no longer X1X? It's just going to be Jason Hades, the same Jason Hades that kicked me in the balls back in 2019.
Talking about Hades 19?
See, I think you're starting to get it now. Because mind you, Hades X1X was formed just after my match with him in 2019. Even though there was another match he had, which led him to beat Hades X1X, but I'm going to take a little bit of the credit because Hades was, jealous of me because I was on a flyer and he wasn't. So he kicked me in the balls. But then he lost his title to me, so. I believe that match was posted on the JFW Facebook page. So if you want to go back and look at that. All right. Then the main event, and I'm just going to say it like this. Conan Lycan defeated Ken Anderson. And the title is down the line. That's all I got to say about it. Steve came out to thank the crowd one more time, and only to be interrupted by TJ TJ said he's not going to fire Steve because he wants to make his life miserable. And then, so then TJ made the announcement for the next show, August 18th, that Warhorse is making his return. And then it was announced on CSW Facebook that Tommy Dreamer will also be on that show. And that is CSW in the heat of the night. Whew. I am parched.
Well, I'll take a drink because you got Crash Test of Wrestling next.
I do.
I'll take a sip of my tea.
Is it sweet tea?
It is chamomile.
Yeah.
Got it now.
All right, so.
Fucking chamomile.
Crash Tested Wrestling.
What did you say?
It's a relaxing tea.
I'll show you a relaxing tea.
That sounds threatening, and I'm gonna shut up. Yeah. Okay.
Bold choice, Cotton.
All right, so Crash Tested Wrestling had their big show called Destiny 5.
Grow up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
Crash
He is
Test Wrestling.
He was too busy with that hot girl.
He wasn't at the Hot Sauce Expo.
No, he wasn't. He was too busy with the hot girl.
He was too busy with the hot girl.
Not doing LAM things, but he wanted to be inducted in LAM. Oh, you're really proving you're LAM now, aren't you? Way to not be there, Double J. That's right, I'm calling you out for not being there. Oh, wait, I wasn't there either, but I had reasons. Real reasons. And I wasn't with the hot girl.
I like what Nubby said, so I have nothing to add.
Oh, hey, yeah, that's true. Don't add anything. Just like everything you've done with this show so far, you have contributed nothing.
I have added, I feel like Steve has used this word once or twice. I've added some levity.
Grow up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
I've tried to add levity.
Can't even be bothered to show up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
I'm good.
All right, but
Can't
we're
even be bothered to show up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
we're on pace to being over our time here.
Oh, dude, we're so fucking far behind.
Let's crush this shit.
We should be fine. Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah.
All right,
I'm gonna guess we could still be done by like an hour 30. We'll be okay.
Yeah, maybe. I'll give it to hour and 50. All right, so CTW Crash Tested Wrestling had Destiny 5 this past Saturday. As always, Jed starts out the show thanking the fans for being there and thanking the staff and everything. Introduces Rhino, who was there for a signing and seminar. I actually showed up for the last half hour or so for the seminar to say hello. I actually got to ref a few of the matches, which I would never say no to Rhino. So.
Core.
So yeah, Rhino, talked to the fans, and then he went over to the table to sign more autographs. So he signed for most of the show. Great dude. Told some stories. I love the stories he told. Don't ask me to tell them because I don't remember now. Vega Venom cannot make it to the event, so the street fight is on hold. So Renee Van Peebles just issued an open challenge to anybody. Only to have Diesel Trax and Sean Danger come in from outside. Now, Sean Danger wanted to be the wrestler, but he was overly drunk. Diesel Trax.
No.
I know,
No.
right? No.
Sean Danger, I thought he was straight edge.
So Diesel Trax said no, he'll do it. But maybe Diesel Trax was better off having Sean Danger do it because Renee Van Peebles ended up picking up the victory.
Why didn't you answer the challenge there, Nubby?
Because I already had a match.
Oh, big deal.
In my match.
I've seen you wrestle 3 opponents on 3 separate occasions at IPW alone.
I did, but I did not wrestle Muggsy that day. This show I did, which happened to be the next match I'm going to talk about.
Are you saying that Muggsy is more competition than Steve Arndt?
Well.
Well?
Let me answer that question by telling you what happened in the match.
Yeah, you tell me.
So, after, Renee won her match, it was my match next. Now, I'm going in order how the matches happen, so I'm not putting myself in certain spots to be funny. Rian. Muggsy ended up beating me with my... Huh?
How bad was the loss?
Well, he beat me with my own weapon.
Nunchucks?
He took my nunchucks. I didn't even see him do it.
Nubby man.
But he used his kendo stick as a decoy. Rian took it out of his hand and I didn't realize it. I was still turned around, selling my throat, because I got, one of those things and from the rope move, whatever, throat on the rope, we'll call it that. And then, he had the nunchucks in his singlet and hit me with it, and then he won.
I mean, that sounds like Muggsy. I can't say I'm surprised.
I mean, I'm actually shocked Muggsy did that. Of all people, I could see him maybe doing it to, I don't know, a workhorse or somebody else. But me, I thought he had more respect than that. I mean, we've known each other for a long time. I was trained by his uncle. Come on, I thought there was some respect there, but apparently he was just too scared to lose the match, so he used my weapon and beat me. So
I just opened up Facebook and I came past Muggsy's Facebook. Turtle almost met my replacement for paper straws, a bamboo straw, a big one. You'll get him next time, buddy.
Yeah. Pierce defeated Dazzling Donnie. Jay Thunder defeated Nick Diamond and became the new Chasing Destiny Heavyweight Champion. Shout out to Jay Thunder. Congratulations, buddy. You deserved it after all this time, man. You just really, really deserve this shit. You don't listen to the show, so why am I talking to you? But hey. Someone can tell him for me. My tag partner doesn't even listen to my show.
How dare he? Wait, did you ask him this?
What?
If he listens or not?
Actually, I didn't, but I can just assume he doesn't.
Well, if he doesn't...
Well, if he doesn't, then the new Chasing Destiny champion can go fuck himself.
You hear that, Rian? Make sure you mention that at IPW.
But remember, Nubby, you know what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me. All right, go ahead. I know you're doing. I know. Okay.
You can't even be bothered to show up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
Next match, The Plague, Ace Bradley and BOW became the new CTW Tag Team Champions by defeating the High Society, Chris Miller and Nick Diamond, and then ARC, Shaq Jordan, who was the mystery partner for D'Angelo Steele. Nick Diamond was set through a table by Shaq Jordan.
Can happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah. It was a pretty bad night for High Society all around. Except for this. Because Cameron Wayne, unfortunately, got the win over Steve. But I think Steve beat himself. So, Cameron during the match did a low blow to Steve. And went for the pin, and so Cameron won by pinfall via the low blow.
Mm-hmm.
But Rian kind of saw it, so he had to make a decision to restart the match. Because apparently something happened earlier in the match where Steve did something, and he did not get disqualified for it. So Cameron could not get disqualified. So the only decision was to restart the match. But Steve punched Cameron a few times, and that's when Rian, the referee, called for the bell and disqualified Steve.
Hold on. You're losing me somewhere.
Believe me, I am as lost as anybody.
So try to explain that to me one more time. Because you lost me there.
So initially, Cameron did win.
Yes.
By pinfall because he gave Steve a low blow.
Okay.
However, unfortunately, Rian saw...
Okay, hold on. Right here, pause. Rian, special guest referee.
Well, senior official of CTW.
Okay. Gotcha. He was roughing the match.
Yes.
He didn't see a low blow to Steve by his opponent.
He did see it.
Oh, he did see it.
He ended up seeing it,
okay.
but still counted the 3. But apparently,
okay,
Rian, I don't know if he just did something in his head. Now, I'm sure it'll get talked about better because this was... Okay, so Rian will probably talk about it because it's got to be told right. I'm only going off by the bits and pieces that I heard and kind of saw through the curtain.
CTW, did they release their shows on YouTube? Their matches?
They are going to, eventually. They are going to start doing it.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah. So, and from what I understand, now again, on the Power Hour, Rian will tell it right.
Gotcha.
Steve did something early in the match where he could have been disqualified, but wasn't disqualified.
Do you know what that was?
He might have been punching some more. I don't know. Because why would he? I can assume.
What do you mean punching?
Like closed fists, because technically you're not supposed to. But I think Rian was warning Steve about that earlier in the match, but did not do anything about it. Okay, so then the low blow. It's weird.
Yeah,
I understand.
In my head I was thinking like, was he supposed to wrestle a dude without striking the motherfucker? Like what the? But okay, now I'm on board. Okay,
open fist.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so the low blow happened, the pin happened, Cameron won, right? But between the CEO who was watching the match and then Rian, they both came up with the decision to restart it. But Steve was warned to no closed fist. Well, he closed fist Cameron and, well, Steve lost. So now he is no longer GM of CTW. Now, I have to say this because it needs to be told, because Cameron doesn't get it. He thinks he's the GM. Cameron is not the GM. His contract was on the line. That's it.
Gotcha.
There is no general manager. The only one in charge is Jed Williamson, the CEO.
You ready for my joke now?
I'm ready for your joke.
Hey, Pacman.
Hey, Travis T.
What have people been calling Steve ever since he won that title at IPW?
Main event Steve?
Nah, the other one.
Stevie Two Belts?
Now he's Stevie Two Less Jobs.
Oh, too soon. Too soon. Poor guy.
That's the name of this episode, by the way.
Two Less Jobs?
Stevie Two Less Jobs.
Oh, man.
I've been sitting on that one all fucking day, brother. Okay, well, let me play this.
I bet that feels good. I bet that real feels really
It was so funny.
Just let it out, brother. Let it out, brother.
Okay. Let me play the JFW exclusive with Steve. And here's the thing for all you listeners out there who think I'm an asshole and Steve's a godsend. I mean, this kind of shines a different light on this guy.
Steve, you came up short tonight. You came up short all weekend. You lost your job in 2 places. Care to comment?
So this is how you do it. You come in when I'm at my weakest moment. I just gave my all out there, and I cost myself the match because I couldn't control my temper. I lost 2 jobs, Turtle. What can I say? I mean, you know everything. I'm no longer general manager of CSW. No longer general manager of Crash Test Wrestling. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, dude. I don't know what more I can tell you. I came in with great game plans, and both of them exploded. So it sucks. So any other stupid questions you want to ask?
It's not a stupid question.
And Travis put you up to this shit?
No, I'm a journalist. I'm just getting the word.
You're not a journalist. You are Travis T's jock holder. Let's be honest.
Really, Steve? That's how you really feel?
I'm just saying. You're coming to me for your exclusive interview. Be my friend. Knowing that I just had a bad night. Knowing that was preceded by a worse night yesterday. And now you want to get the inside scoop, Turtle? Here's the inside scoop, Turtle. I'm not any good. I don't deny it. But I don't need you in my face asking me the hard-hitting journalistic questions. So next time Travis T wants a scoop for JFW, tell him to be a man and buy a ticket.
You're going to leave it at that, huh, Steve?
What else do you want me to say, Turtle?
Well, I guess the other question is, where do you go from here?
Well, I'm still IPW champion, so I think I'll go there on June 30th. I still am one of the big attractions in Rocket Pro Wrestling. Don't ask me how, but I'll be there in September. So you know what? I'll move on and be okay. Don't worry about me, son.
I guess, with that said, I'll leave it at that.
You know, I don't even listen to JFW.
You know what that means, Steve.
Do I? Maybe one day Travis will say it to my face.
This has been a JFW exclusive. Signing off, this is the Amazing Turtle.
Hey, Pacman.
Hey, Travis, what's up, man?
Look, man, you there? Hey, man. Hey, so you just listened to that.
I did.
And you being a member of JFW Podcast.
I am.
Steve just said he doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah?
So what do we say to those who don't listen to the show, Pacman?
I can't say that to Steve.
You can say
Travis,
that to Steve.
you gotta say it. Travis, you gotta say it. He told you to say it to his face. I can't be fighting your battles for you, man.
I'm not having you fight battles. I'm just having you participate as a co-host of JFW Podcast. Somebody came on, insulted your co-host Nubby, saying that he's asking stupid questions. Came at your other co-host Travesty in a malicious manner that was unnecessary and uncalled for. And then he said he doesn't listen to a show that you are co-hosting. So I just figured that as a member of the JFW Podcast, you would want to say something to somebody who has besmirched all of us here at JFW. What do we tell people who don't listen to the JFW Podcast, Pacman?
It's like watching my parents fight, and I want to be Finland.
What do we say, Pacman?
I know what we say. I'll say it. I won't say
it
it directly to Steve, but I'll say what we say.
No.
We say go fuck
Pacman,
yourself.
Pacman,
I said it.
Pacman, Pacman, I'll make you a deal right now, brother.
All right.
If you direct it towards Steve, and I want you to hear say, Steve, you don't listen to JFW Podcast, you can fuck yourself. If you can say that, I will never play the recording of you calling the hot girl hot.
I mean, that was a deep fake, though.
Ever again.
That was a deep fake.
I will never say it ever again. I'll never play it ever again. Not once. In fact, if you say it right now, I can promise you that next episode, next week, I'll be 100% nice to you.
That's a lot of nice.
I will be nice to you through the entire episode next week. All you got to do is do the one thing that we do here at JFW to the people who say they don't listen to the JFW podcast. You do that, you'll never hear that recording again, and I will be nice as fuck to you next week.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of like when you're mean to me because then, you know, we got a connection, Travis. Mm-hmm. If you're nice to me, I mean, I don't know. What is our relationship then?
I'll be nice to Giggle Monster.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a
stretch.
Tell you what, you had me on your show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I did.
And I delivered all of you. You say this, next week, I will come up with one nice thing about every single LIM member.
Do I have to mean it when I say it, though?
You just have to say, Steve Arndt, you can go fuck yourself.
All right, Steve, just know I'm going to say it.
No. The next phrase that comes out of your mouth is, Steve Arndt, you can go fuck yourself. Or everything that I just said will not happen.
That's a lot of things.
Okay, well, you blew it. I told you what the next thing was. So,
shit, that's right.
Yeah, you fucking blew it, bud. Steve Arndt, you don't listen to the show, fuck yourself, buddy. But here's the thing. I know you listen to my show because on the Power Hour, you talk about what we say on our show all the time. In fact, if Pacman would have brought up that very example, I never would have told him to do it.
Can you still be nice to me next week?
No, you fuck yourself too.
I'm on your show.
Yeah, I know. It's not an exclusive to only the people who don't listen. It's to everyone I feel needs to hear it. Just like this. Fuck with you. Okay, anyways. Is there anything else we got to talk about with CTW?
Yeah, there's
right.
another match. And why did I go to the other page? What the hell is
Can't
wrong
even
with
be
me?
bothered to show up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
I gave up a good thing, guys, but that was a deep thing.
Show up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
All right, CTW, Nubby, I'm gonna shut up.
Can't even be bothered to show up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
We have a new CTW heavyweight champion.
You know, I saw the announcement on that, and I am fucking ecstatic. I am a fucking Cody James fan, so I'm happy.
Cody James is your new champion. Special side note.
Yeah.
C-Red walked out with Marche Rocket. However,
didn't he walk out with Marche Rocket?
He walked out with Marche Rocket.
Okay.
He left with Miles Mercer.
Oh, okay. I thought he said he walked out with Marche. Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Damn. He walked out with Marche, left with Miles Mercer. Gotcha.
Yeah, as he low-blowed Marche Rocket. So
okay,
this was all a ruse.
So was this
all
a low blow? Was this a low blow post match, or was this
during
a
during the match?
Okay, wow.
But it didn't help Miles' cause, as you know, Cody James won the match.
Damn.
Can't even be bothered. Show up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
So C-Red pulled a fast one, and I guess it's typical C-Red. I mean, can never trust him.
Oh, God. Well, we're going to hear about that on the Power Hour. Typical C-Red.
I mean, when we thought he was, not ARCC Red.
Yeah.
But he's ARCC Red. So.
Oh, sure. Pacman, you want to come to the defense of your grandfather, or are you just going to leave it as that?
Be nice to my grandpa. He's going to mess you up. You're not nice to him. I told you. I told him. All right. Play the sound. Okay, I knew that's kind of what's coming. All right.
Not one bit.
No?
I asked you a question. You answered. You did your job.
Was it a good job?
You can't even be bothered to show up, Double J. Okay. You're too busy with that hot girl.
God, I'm so glad you didn't say it. God, my entertainment. All right. Yeah, congrats to fucking Cody James. That's pretty exciting. And I'm kind of excited to see what happens with, C-Red out of CTW now. I mean, we already know that he has a pretty, tall order ahead of him in IPW, which, it's in August, right? It's his title opportunity.
Yeah. But he gets a chance at him this Sunday, which Pacman is going to talk about.
Oh, Pacman's doing IPW?
He's going to do IPW.
I am. Unless
you want to talk about PPW first.
You know, let me do PPW first, because that way we talk a little bit longer about IPW. I'm going to try to kind of get through this fairly simple, because why the fuck not? Okay. This is going to be goofy, but... Alright, Phoenix Pro Wrestling presents a night to remember, and that's called that because it's a tribute show for a pro wrestler who passed away, Damian Knight. I passed away last year, so may you rest in peace, sir. I'm not familiar with him, but I mean, obviously it's never, it's always a somber moment when a pro wrestler passes away. They're going to be raffling off a Green Bay Packers title belt at the show, $2 for each ticket, or $8 for 15. Again, this show is this coming Saturday at the Holman American Legion, Post 284 in Holman, Wisconsin. All the proceeds from the show will go to Damian Knight's family. Admission prices are adults of $10, kids 12 and under are $5. And I'll get you the address probably here in a minute. Bell time's at 7. Okay, so I got everything sent to me in like a video. So I got the video play a couple seconds here. All right, looks like they're going to have a Champagne Room interview sesh, which is hosted by Pain and Pleasure, with their guest host, Beaumont. Oh, and just for the record, everyone, I do apologize, but I don't know many people who are up at PPW. So if any of these names sound familiar to you guys, please let me know. They're going to have a Night to Remember Battle Royal. Winner will receive the Night to Remember trophy. Let's see. We got the Phoenix Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championship match between Pain and Pleasure versus Fully Loaded. We also have a tables match for the PPW Vision Championship, which is going to be Demented Jack, which I think is that one guy.
Is Jack J
and Moondog guy or whatever.
Moondog Jack or whatever. I wrestled him in IPW.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with his names.
Yeah, so Demented Jack, who is their current PPW Vision Champion, will be taking on Granddaddy Rod Hooks, which it looks like a Wish version of Hot Rod Daddy Andy. No offense to you, bud, but you do. Let's see, our North American Heavyweight Championship, Angus McDuff will be taking on Rob E. Rebel, which I do know Angus.
We all should know Angus.
Yeah, from Primetime Wrestling, Southland Wrestling.
Yeah,
part of the Unholy Alliance.
I remember them.
Let's see here. The Apocalypse is going to take on The Arsenal. That's THA. The Arsenal.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I've heard DA. Judge Jesse will be taking on Cell Block number 9. Singles match. We got the PPW Cruiserweight Championship match with Gemini taking on The Muscle, Robbie McCann. Superstar Steve Stardom will be taking on The Beast. And we got a PPW United States Championship match. Another one. Let's see here. Thunder from Down Under, Justin Thunder as a mystery opponent. So I'm not quite sure what the other title was. NAW Impact Championship match with Harlem Hex taking on Panther Dark. And apparently Beaumont gets to choose a title that he wants to go after, and he'll make that decision that night as well. So Holman, American Legion, Post 284 in Holman, Wisconsin. Doors open at 6, bell times at 7. Adults are $10, children are $5. 5 and under children are $5, 5 and under are free. And again, this is a tribute show to pay tribute to one of our fallen brothers, I will say it, Damon Knight. So, short, sweet, to the point.
Perfecto.
Yeah. All right, Pacman, you're up.
All right. We have Illiana Pro Wrestling this Sunday, July 30th, 2023 at the Richton Park, VFW at 22341 Governor's Highway. Doors are going to open at 1 with bell time at 2. General admission is $15. Kids 10 and under are just $10. And we have a loaded show for you coming up this Sunday.
Very loaded.
Lots of stuff coming down the pike here in Richmond Park. And I'm going to get onto it right now because we have Marche Rocket coming to Richmond Park to face Shaq Jordan.
Wow, Marche Rocket makes his debut to IPW. Holy shnikes.
I'm surprised it's taking so long.
Yeah, same here. I didn't realize that was his first match at IPW.
He's a busy man.
Mm-hmm.
He's all day.
Yeah, I mean, when you got a schedule that's all day, you can only do so much in a day. Anyway, no one laughed at that, so I hope the listeners do, at least. We have Nick Diamond. Solid recovery there, right?
Oh, God damn it.
All right, we have Nick Diamond, who's going to go up against Draven Lee.
I believe that's another debut.
That is.
Lee, never seen him before.
That is. And before I forget, the hosts this month are the workhorses. So,
wait,
who?
who?
Is that?
Wait, the who?
The jerk. Oh, you know what? I misspoke. I misread. My notes were wrong. The jerk horses.
Thank you.
Well, who the fuck decided that one?
Just the powers that be at IPW.
I'm going to say this, and I said it on a post before. This reminds me of Vince McMahon bringing in the NWO. I mean, obviously it's not, that was NWO, but if you think about it, it kind of is. They're injecting their own poison, but this is more of an STD, infection kind of thing. I mean, you got DP3, who could be Kevin Nash, but the only thing he'll tear is a brain cell or a vein in his head, flexing muscles he doesn't have too much. You got Mikey Peterson, who's balding like Hulk Hogan with a creepy mustache. And then you got Wade Evans, who could be the Scott Hall, because he is the better workhorse, but that's not saying much because all three suck. But
And he has dark hair.
Yeah.
And I was just about to say, I think they're going to flex their muscles probably over and over again, like every 5 minutes at least. So, lots of chaos involved with that. But we also have a triple threat for the IPW Second City Championship with Hot Rod Daddy Andy defending against Joey Dalton and D'Angelo Steele, which was set up a few months back when Hot Rod Daddy Andy refereed a number one contenders match, and the match wound up getting thrown out, leading to both men being named number one contender.
Very true.
Next we have your match, Nubby.
Oh, I have a match?
You do. And it's going to be for your Rocket Pro Wrestling Chicagoland Championship, which, by the way, congratulations for day 100 of your reign.
100.
And
I think I defended it more than Joey Roth ever did. So.
Treated.
Bitch.
So, you know who you're facing, though, Nubby?
Yeah, I am. A jerk horse. But maybe the best jerk horse. But
Wade Evans.
Yeah, I got Wade Evans.
What's your strategy going into the match, Nubster?
Well, I need to have something up my sleeve, or in my shell, if you will. Because
We will.
It is the jerk horses, and they are the hosts, which means they have the power to do anything they want, when they want, and how they want. So I need to have eyes in the back of my head and just keep an eye on my surroundings and see what happens and be prepared for anything that comes at me. But I'll say this, Wade Evans can't beat me by himself.
So that's going to be a very, very interesting match. But it's not the only Rocket Pro title that's on the line.
No, it's not.
Because we have the Rocket Pro Wrestling Intercounty Championship on the line, as Rion Skills is going to defend his title in a triple threat match, which will include Shawn Dangers, but there's also a mystery participant, but it is one of the workhorses choosing.
I bet it's one of the workhorses.
I think it's Doink the Clown.
You're an idiot.
Hey, you never know.
Shut up.
All right. Well, there's also Rocket Pro Wrestling Championships aren't the only titles that are being defended. We also have the Crash Tested Wrestling Chasing Destiny Championship on the line, as champion Jay Thunder is going to defend against Rob Stardom. And let's just say we hope that, I in any case hope that Main Event Steve has a better weekend next weekend, because he's going to be defending his title in a four-corner scramble match for the IPW Alternative Championship. It'll be Main Event Steve versus Tad Bro with the Bro Bros versus Diesel Trax versus Motivation Mike versus J.R. Lindsay, the artist formerly known as Russell Alltime.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Is he changing his name again?
He changed his name to J.R. Lindsay, yeah.
What in the blue hell is wrong with that man?
What's with the zombie look?
Well, he did lose to Steve. That may make anybody turn into a zombie.
Stevie, 2 less jobs?
Oh, it's so soon, man.
Aw, damn!
Aw, damn! I miss you.
Yeah!
Yeah! Well! But last but not least, we have the main event, and it'll be a tag team match, playa, as Kid Lat and C-Red face off against EJ Swanson, the IPW Junior Heavyweight Champion, and Damian Gray, the IPW Undisputed League Champion.
See, that's going to be interesting, because isn't EJ Swanson the guest on the Power Hour this week?
Sure is.
Ooh. Wow, that's a good point.
Right.
That is going to be very interesting.
God, that's going to be a good Power Hour. You got fucking C-Red's opponent coming on as a guest. You got the referee that cost Steve his second job for the weekend as a co-host. Oh, man.
Now, where does Rachel fall into this? I mean, she gets to sit back and laugh at all of them.
She gets to be the Pacman of all of it.
But better?
God, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Better looking for sure.
Yeah. See, yeah, I had another joke just now, but I decided not to do it because I'm polite.
Good job, man. Nice restraint.
Plus, it's 2023. But don't get me wrong, I will tell it to you as soon as we're done recording.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, that is Illiana Pro Wrestling. Again, it's at the VFW in Richmond Park. 22341 Governor's Highway. Doors open at 1. Bell time is at 2. General admission is $15. Kids 10 and under are $10.
Yeah.
I did not almost call the building the IPW.
The IPVFW now. Power Hour this week. EJ Swanson's special guest on there. But let's talk a little bit about the Lovely Intoxicated podcast that's coming out this week.
Well, we have some breaking news, and I'm giving you guys an exclusive here. Unfortunately, due to scheduling conflicts, we are going to be postponing the debate between Maximus Orion and J.R. Lindsay. That will now be held on our show that is going to be coming out the week of August 10th. But this week, we have a backup plan. And that is, we're going to talk about the Nova Awards. Me and Gabagool, we're going to break down every category, every award, every nominee. And not only that, we're also going to have the LIM present and accounted for. The LIM self-proclaimed beer-drinking champion, Danny, the top smilingest dude in all of fandom, Smiley McGee. He'll be on there. Will the simp be on there? Will the sober, intelligent-minded person be making an appearance? For God's sakes, I hope not. Will Double J be on there? I don't know. He hasn't texted me, and I've given up. But be sure to watch this show this week, as we'll also have an exclusive vlog from our day at the Illinois Hot Sauce Expo, including clips of the legend like Nick down in that pizza. So you're not going to want to miss that.
So everyone's going to be on this week except for Double J?
As far as I know, I mean, Double J, I still haven't heard from him, and I don't care at this point.
I wonder
the show
why.
Must go on.
Well, I mean, you know why, though.
Oh, I don't know why,
Can't
because
even
he
be
hasn't
bothered to
explained
show
it.
up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
Sounds like, to me, you know.
Well, he hasn't explained it to me,
Can't
so
even
I
be
have no
bothered
idea.
to show up, Double J. You're too busy with that hot girl.
I don't think it's that, because it was a deep fake. We talked about that already. I explained the simp and his deep faking of Gabagool's voice.
The conversation I had with the hot girl, I mean, she's on my side, and she knows that you said that shit.
I did not say that words at all.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Look at that, 131. Fucking perfect. Cool, yeah, so we got Phoenix Pro Wrestling and Illiana Pro Wrestling this weekend. We crushed the results of CTW and CSW. What we got going on next week?
Shit, what is next week?
We got RPW results.
Yeah, good job, Pacman, taking the easy part of it, you fuck.
Pals next week.
Yeah, Pals next week. Is that it?
As far as I know, if I find anything else, I think I might talk about another show that's out of the Midwest.
Is it the Florida one?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get some shit from that. Because I believe their show is on August 5th as well as. So.
Yeah,
we got a full August coming up. Things are starting to pick back up. I think we're gonna have shit every week. Summer's over, and I think we're gonna have a bunch of shows coming up. So we're back to normal-ish. We still gotta do our next show of what's that? Fantasy booking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that next week. We don't got a lot to talk about. We can do that next week.
So look for that. We're gonna put it together, and then we'll have results the following week. Is that what we agree on?
Yes. Yep. So we'll book the match. We'll book the match next week, and then the following week we'll do results, and we get to hear Pacman's promo ideas.
Everybody talks like Jumpin' Jeff Farmer. That's the plan. Yep. No?
Yeah.
Nobody? Nobody knows Jumpin' Jeff Farmer? Come on.
Is there anything else wrestling related we got to talk about?
I do have one thing to say, and it's more of a shoot-ish.
Real quick before you say it. Is SummerSlam next Saturday?
The 5th.
Yes.
So we got to do predictions next week, too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, Nubby.
So, so Steve was a special guest referee last Friday. It was his first time being a referee.
Mm-hmm.
Now, going into the match, he had no experience as a referee. There was no time to get him ready for it. Everyone's busy doing things. I can give somebody advice, whatever, but I think it's pretty shitty that you somebody gets put in position that they have never been in before, knows nothing about, and people know it, and yet people will give somebody shit anyway, knowing they never done it before. If you know someone didn't do it before, you have no right to give them shit after the fact if something didn't go the way you wanted it. Don't put somebody in position if they never done it then, if you plan on giving them shit after. That's just the way it is. And that's not just in wrestling, it's life.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. You know, nobody's going to do everything perfect every single time. Fucking Pacman's proof of that.
I'm no Kurt Hennig, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, trust me, we know, motherfucker. Trust me, we know that. But, yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of how people have to critique and belittle and tear down every single person's failures. I mean, hell, Pacman fails all the fucking time, and I tear him down countless times, but I don't do it all the time. That's just horrible.
Yeah, and I get back up every time, and I learn from my mistakes.
Yeah, but you don't have that big of a fucking climb to stand up from, you know, different height levels and shit.
Yeah, you know, God gave me what I can work with.
Yeah, no, it's like he gave up halfway.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Pacman, no, or not Pacman, you didn't say anything worth substance. Nubby, you're absolutely right. Yeah, if people are out there and they're, you know, tearing down or critiquing somebody who's out there doing the job for the very first time, fucking, you know, you gotta come some fucking slack. You know, especially reffing. You know, it's no different than, you know, running a fucking match or calling a fucking match. Like, you gotta be out there and make sure that you're doing every fucking spot of the match right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
now, if you ask me, if when it does come out and you watch it, you'll probably think the same way I did when I said he did exactly what he was supposed to do in his position.
Yeah.
So the fact that people gotta fucking still give him grief over it, that's not on him.
No. Another thing too is like, and you would know this more, being a more veteran guy. But if you're a first-time ref, and I know I would have done the same thing, I would be guilty of doing this, and Pacman, if he was to ever special guest ref a match for his very first time, he would do the same exact thing too. You're in no position to call something on the fly in somebody else's match. Pacman, you could fucking do, or not Pacman, goddammit, Nubby, you could fucking do it. Because as a veteran, you get what you can do to improve a situation that is fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody like me, I'm going to follow step by step on what I'm told, when I'm told to do it, and everything like that. Because it's new to me. And if I follow step by step by step and something changes in the match, and I don't alter anything, you know, if I don't voluntarily, you better fucking come over and tell me what to fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not going to just change on the fly and hope for the fucking best. Because if I make the wrong choice and make the match look like shit, then it falls on me.
Right.
So, yeah, no, you guys need to, you know, fans out there, you want to respect your fucking wrestlers, absolutely do it, but you need to respect the refs just as much.
Yep, and it's not just the fans. There's
guys in the back, all of them. Yeah, fucking everybody.
Guys in the back, bookers, everybody.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking have more respect than that, honestly. I get it. Y'all know so much, but you don't know as much as you think if you're going to sit there and belittle somebody, or maybe not so much belittle, but overly step your boundary by giving someone a hard time because they didn't know what to do. That's on you guys.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, you can't really have a match without a referee, so.
Yeah.
No.
And if it's someone's first time and they don't know shit, not his fault.
Yep. Good point, man. Good point. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Pacman?
I am Gucci, my man.
Make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just by searching Just Freaking Wrestling or the JFW Podcast. And also, listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast. You can search us anywhere. We will pop up, Just Freaking Wrestling or the JFW Podcast. Make sure you do subscribe and rate, review us if it's applicable on your podcast site. That's all I got.
I believe we can.
Ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travesty.
And I am Nubby, the Amazing Turtle, Cowabunga.
And I am the podcast Papa Pacman. Shut up, Santino.
And thank you for listening to another episode of Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.